Do you ever find yourself stuck in a loop, replaying a conversation in your head over and over again? Or maybe you lie awake at night, worrying about something that might happen tomorrow, next week, or even next year. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. This is overthinking. And it's something millions of us struggle with. It's like having a hamster on a wheel inside your brain, and it just won't stop running. But here's the good news. You can learn to get off that wheel. So what exactly is overthinking? It's not just thinking. Thinking is productive. It helps us solve problems and make decisions. Overthinking, on the other hand, is when your thoughts become repetitive, unproductive, and often negative. You get caught up in what-ifs and should-haves, analyzing every tiny detail to the point of exhaustion. Instead of finding solutions, you just find more things to worry about. It's like being stuck in quicksand. The more you struggle, the deeper you sink. This can lead to anxiety, stress, and decision paralysis, where you're so afraid of making the wrong choice that you end up making no choice at all. It can steal your joy, drain your energy, and keep you from living in the present moment. But why do we do this to ourselves? There are a few common reasons. Sometimes it's a response to anxiety or fear. We think that if we just analyze a situation enough, we can control the outcome and prevent bad things from happening. Other times, it stems from perfectionism, the belief that we have to make the absolute perfect decision every single time. And for some, it's just a deeply ingrained habit, a mental pattern we've fallen into over years. Recognizing why you overthink is the first powerful step toward changing it. It's about understanding the root cause, not just treating the symptom. Is it fear of failure? Fear of judgment? Or maybe a past experience that's making you extra cautious? Take a moment to think about your own patterns. When do you overthink the most? What triggers it? This self-awareness is your starting point. Now, let's get into the practical stuff. How do we actually stop overthinking? The first technique is what I call schedule your worry time. It might sound strange, but bear with me. Instead of letting worries pop up and derail your entire day, set aside a specific, limited time to think about them. Say 15 minutes every day at 5 p.m. During this time, you have full permission to worry, analyze, and overthink as much as you want. But here's the rule. Once that time is up, you have to move on. If a worry pops into your head outside of the scheduled time, just tell yourself, I'll think about this at 5 p.m. and gently redirect your focus. This technique helps contain the overthinking instead of letting it run wild all day. It gives you a sense of control and teaches your brain that there is a time and a place for these thoughts. The second strategy is to challenge your thoughts. Our minds can be incredibly convincing storytellers, but not everything they tell us is true. When you catch yourself spiraling, ask yourself a few critical questions. Is this thought actually true? What evidence do I have to support it? What's a more positive or realistic way to look at this situation? This process is part of cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, and it's incredibly effective. For example, if you're worried you embarrassed yourself in a meeting, instead of replaying it endlessly, challenge that thought. Ask, will anyone even remember this tomorrow? Was it really as bad as I'm making it out to be? Often, you'll realize your fears are exaggerated. You are your own harshest critic. Shifting your perspective from a negative assumption to a more balanced one can instantly reduce the mental burden. Another powerful tool is mindfulness and grounding. Overthinking pulls us into the past or the future, but our power is always in the present moment. Grounding techniques bring you back to the here and now. A simple one is the 5-4-3-2-1 method. Wherever you are, stop and name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This exercise forces your brain to focus on your immediate sensory experience, breaking the cycle of abstract worry. It pulls you out of your head and back into your body. Simple breathing exercises are also fantastic. Just focus on your breath, the sensation of the air entering your nostrils, filling your lungs, and then leaving your body. When your mind wanders, and it will, just gently guide it back to your breath. This isn't about emptying your mind. It's about learning to be the observer of your thoughts, not a prisoner to them. Now, let's talk about taking action. Overthinking often keeps us stuck in a state of inaction. We analyze so much that we never actually do anything. The best antidote to this is to take one small, imperfect step. If you're overthinking a big project, just do the very first, tiniest task. Write 1 sentence. Send 1 email. Make 1 phone call. This is the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Action creates momentum. Once you start moving, it's much easier to keep going. It proves to your brain that you are capable and that the situation is not as scary or overwhelming as it seemed. Progress, no matter how small, is a powerful counter-narrative to the story of helplessness that overthinking often tells us. So, break down your worries into actionable steps and just start. It's also crucial to practice self-compassion. Beating yourself up for overthinking only adds another layer of negative thought to the pile. It's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. Instead, treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer a friend. When you notice you're overthinking, acknowledge it without judgment. Say to yourself, "Okay, I'm getting caught in a thought loop. That's a human thing to do. Let's try to gently shift my focus." Remember, you're not broken or flawed for having these thought patterns. You're just human. Learning to manage your thoughts is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice and patience. Some days will be easier than others, and that's perfectly okay. Celebrate the small victories every time you catch yourself spiraling and manage to pull yourself out. That's a win. Finally, remember to get out of your head and into your life. Engage in activities that you enjoy and that require your full attention. This could be exercising, painting, playing a musical instrument, cooking a complex recipe, or having a deep conversation with a friend. When your mind is fully engaged in an activity, there's simply no room for Physical activity is especially beneficial. Going for a run, a hike, or even a brisk walk can help burn off nervous energy and release endorphins, which are natural mood boosters. It changes your physical state, which in turn can change your mental state. Don't underestimate the power of simply distracting yourself with something positive and productive. It's not about avoiding your problems. It's about giving your mind a much-needed break so you can return to them with a clearer, calmer perspective. So, To recap, schedule your worry time to contain it. Challenge your negative thoughts to see if they're really true. Use grounding techniques to bring yourself back to the present moment. Take small, imperfect actions to break the paralysis. Practice self-compassion and be kind to yourself. And get engaged in activities that take you out of your head. Changing a lifelong habit of overthinking won't happen overnight. It's a journey, not a destination. But by consistently practicing these strategies, you can quiet the noise, regain control of your mind, and start living a more peaceful, present, and joyful life. If you feel that your overthinking is severely impacting your life, please consider reaching out to a mental health professional. They can provide you with personalized tools and support. You don't have to go through this alone. Thank you so much for watching. I hope these tips were helpful. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on mental well-being and personal growth. Let me know in the comments which strategy you're going to try first. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.